I am the East Coast Beast host, MDB. This is Breaking Records Radio, the East Coast coverage, episode 2 of season 2. I'm going to try and keep the numbers straight from here on out. Shout out to the YouTube viewership and shout out to the whole team at Breaking Records Radio. My guest today is PEI's own babyface rebel. Please give a huge East Coast coverage welcome to Cavy.
Hey, what up, what up?
You know, I like to keep the energy high, you know?
Oh yeah, love that.
Hell yeah. Man, let's start from the beginning, bro.
Start from the beginning of it all,
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Let's tell me about young Ryan before hip hop came into your life.
Oh shit, I was just a kid, loads of ADD, fucking just skating and shit like that, hanging out. Hip hop came into my life around 8 or 9 years old. I kind of came from a country background. I moved around a fuckload, and I found my first taste of hip hop when I was at Wharf. I found the Nas It Was Written CD and I fell in love with it. And it was that was that, and never started rapping until probably 14, 15, something like that.
Yeah, I remember you being super young at the ciphers and just random events where, anyone could get involved or whatever. 2020 Vision was always trying to bring you into things and, get you involved because he saw the spark.
Yeah. I got a lot of respect
early.
I remember when I first came up, I was like, man, there is no hip hop around here. I was so close-minded, and it was sick. I remember seeing like Jeff and K-Flow, and they were all showing love and shit like that. And I looked at those guys at the time. I was like, damn, that's fucking wild. I can't wait till like my voice hits puberty and I can sound grown, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Fuck yeah, dude. That's what I'm talking about. And man, you put out a few singles once you got in a studio. The most notable one that I remember was the Cigarello joint.
Oh, yeah. Produced by AOD-Lo. I still fuck with that producer to this day.
Hell yeah, man. And there's a music video for the remix out there. And that was kind of your first taste of music video stuff.
Right.
And that was dope.
Shout out to Dan Robert.
Hell yeah, the homie.
Yes, sir.
Man, I feel like when Transpire Music Group came into your life, though, it kind of took things to the next level for you.
Absolutely it did.
Your man Jordan, I always see you with him. You know what I mean? He's kind of always there,
yeah.
And the support is real.
Fucking rights, man. When I first started doing music, I was in a group and we kind of had a falling out. But towards the end of that group, we did like a little tour or whatever. And the guys we did a tour with or whatever wasn't fucking very good. I was like 16 at the time. Anyway, Jordan messaged me and he was like, hey, yo, I like what you're doing. I think, you got some talent and I'd love to work with you. And from there, boom, create a brotherhood through it all too. That's my man. I confide in him. He's like my consigliere or whatever, he's the man.
Absolutely. Man, there's so many levels to this because it's like there's one thing to have the music and the artistry unlock, which you did, right? But like when you bring in the business-minded individual like Jordan, it takes it to another level. And it's so good that you guys got to become brothers because you really, really, really have to trust someone who's doing business on your behalf.
Fucking rights, that's true, and a lot of the time, like, it's funny. The first thing he said to me, he was like, they say that, a lot of the time business and friendships don't work out. And that is true. But his whole thing is, I want to build like, a legitimate, bond, relationship, brotherhood through this. You know, managers need to be, you should be best friends with your manager, in my opinion. Doesn't always work out like that, but you should be. I see a lot of guys nowadays, and they're always like, I don't need a manager. I can do everything myself. I'm like, bro, I think that's fucking stupid. You know, if you got a guy who really knows how to do his shit, you know, that man is going to fucking help you in ways you couldn't even fucking imagine. And especially with someone like Jordo, I was very fortunate because he was very much into music. He wasn't as embedded into hip hop whenever we first started working, but he was around the music scene. He was in bands. He was managing bands and stuff like that. So he had a pretty good idea on how things were supposed to work. And that right there, you know, just hearing what he talked about, and when I was like 17, when we first started working together, I was like, man, holy fuck, like I don't know what marketing is, I don't know what fucking branding is, like I don't know what a logo is, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I totally do.
So, but yeah, that's that, man.
We came at it as a really pure side, is like, yo, we just wanted to rap, you know. And guys like Jordan make it easier for you to just not think about it and do your thing and feel comfortable in it.
I agree. You know, I'll say it to this day, without him, shit, any success that I had wouldn't be fucking happening right now. Hands
Word
down.
up. And you mentioned that he's a musician. He plays the drums and probably some other instruments that I'm not really aware of. But did that ever come to play in any of the beats that you use? Like, did he do a drum line for you?
No, we talked about it. We were talking about doing like yeah, you ever see like those I think the game did it with Travis Barker or whatever on BT, and do some live shit like that. We talked about it. Nothing really came into fruition, but I'm sure we'll do some shit like that in the future.
Of course, man. The world is your oyster, man. You're still really young, and that's crazy because I met you when you were really young.
Yeah, like 13, 14 in that area, maybe 15.
That's what I'm saying, right? Yeah. All right, so you're putting out singles, you're getting some traction, people are fucking with you, and I think originally they were fucking with you because you were that young with the rapping acumen that you had.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when you put out Country Roads, it really heated things up for you.
Yeah, that was a wild time because, I mean, like, it was crazy because that was the first time I ever did a record where, you know, we were doing photo shoots for the album cover. We had a rollout and shit like that. We were doing loads of crazy shit. And, you know, we did our first like music video. I remember like first like real music video in my eyes, which was Voices at the time.
Right.
And, yeah, I remember I didn't have enough money for the music video at the time, so I had these Nike Air Force Ones from like grade 8, and I ended up selling them to pay off the rest of the music video. But that was really wild.
So ill.
Yeah, fuck, man. Fuck, that still stings to this day. But it was funny.
Sacrifices.
Yeah, absolutely. You got it. And that's what Jordo said to me. It's hilarious. But what was crazy about the Country Roads is like, you know, I think it was almost like we got a lot of fucking support from that. More than like, in my opinion, my ability to rap back then, it wasn't great. You know what I mean? Some things were better than others. You know what I mean? But
your spirit and your presence was just insane for that age, though.
Thank you. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. I'm glad you see that shit, you know.
Fuck yeah, we all saw that shit. That just drove us to keep inviting you out and shit. In Voices, you said, chilling in my room, practicing. I lost so many friends to this rapping shit back when I started back then. You told me just pack it in. Who the fuck told you to pack it in?
Bro, it was crazy because like when I was, you know, I come from the country, right? So I mean, ain't nobody fucking supporting that shit. Ain't fucking no one, man. I remember like, you know, every rapper, every musician is going through some kind of bullshit that they face, whether people making fun of you or whatever. But straight up, man, like it was fucking bad. I remember like, you know, dudes would like we would be in McDonald's parking lot and dudes trying to square up, you know, like saying, oh, you think you're black, motherfucker, blah, blah, blah. What are you doing? Like that shit. You know, I remember like all kinds of wild shit like that was going on. So, and I used that anger and aggression, I think, for that line, you know, and just that's what that really meant, you know, just saying fuck you to everyone. Like, you're gonna, and it's actually funny speaking about that. I remember I went to a party after that music video went out, and I remember some guy was like, yo, man, I thought you were like so fucking bad and you were making a huge mistake rapping. I hated on you. And, you know, when I seen that video, it's like, damn, like, you know, you're really doing it now. And I respect that. So I thought that was cool. But I guess moral of the story is I wrote that lyric for motherfuckers just hating on me, and I'm not going to fucking quit. Fuck you. You know what I mean? Simple as that.
Absolutely, man. And you're still here today. Fucking mad years later.
110. We just getting started. It's only the beginning, you know?
That's right, man. And we're only in the middle of your journey. When did you meet Skit Sip Slow?
Shit. I fucking met him, I think the end of 2014, beginning of 2015, in that area. It's funny because I knew him. He didn't really know me, but when I first started rapping, I seen a music video that he did. And I was like, oh man, this guy actually sounds pretty good. So I think he was out in school in Fredericton at the time. But when I met him, he was at the skate park, and this was like 4 or 5 years later. And I just went up to him and was like, hey, yo, you Skit? Because he was just going by Skit at that time. And he was like, yeah. I introduced myself. And that day, we ended up doing like a little just random freestyle video or whatever. And well, free verse. It was all pre-written. But we did a little video in the back of his car, and it actually took off on the internet. It was wild. Really cool to see.
Yeah, it got mad hits.
Yeah, it was wild. I couldn't believe
it. Hell yeah. That's what one of my friends told me to reference for sure.
Yeah.
Bring up that video. I'm glad you mentioned it. Okay. Organic as fuck.
Hell yeah.
That's what's up, man. And then you guys worked together and made Bon Voyage. It came out in 2017.
Yeah. We did a lot. I think we did most of that recording with Jay Forbes, the homie.
That's what's up.
Yeah, and once we did that video or whatever, I remember telling Jordan, I was like, yo, like, you know, this dude got it. You know, it wasn't too long after that, you know, Joe was with Transpire and we were doing our thing. And Bon Voyage, shit. What the fuck? That was a crazy album, man. Like, I had a lot of fun recording that album. You know, we were traveling to Moncton a lot, you know, we were doing a lot of touring around, doing shit like that. That was a lot of fucking fun, that album. I just turned like 19 at that time too, so like
you were just hitting the bars.
Yeah. Everything was about partying and drinking and just having fun, right? And when we performed,
man.
So at the club and shit, people love them, you know, high energy shit. You know, me personally now, I wouldn't do that kind of stuff, but for back then, you know, it's funny. I was just listening to it, and I was like, man, you know, this shit goes hard for 18, 19-year-old me. I fuck with this,
It was definitely a departure from the sound that kind of made country roads, you know, a thing. But you know, it was good because it tapped into your competitive side. We all know you from doing street battles and shit.
Yes, yeah, I did a few of those. So that was definitely, it was cool because with Skip, you know, he was so confident. He was such a confident motherfucker. Like, I was more on like the lyrical side of things, but like I was lacking that confidence. And straight up, that confidence, if we didn't work together, like that confidence, I don't think it'd be the same nowadays without him in the equation. You know, I had the bars and stuff, but it was kind of tough to just to have the right confidence behind it, basically. That's all I'm trying to say. So I really studied him on that shit. He was super good.
Yeah, man, his swag is different from yours. Like, he's more of an extrovert, I would say.
Absolutely, man. Fucking crazy.
Yeah, fuck yeah. All right. Man, let's talk about the 9/6 sessions.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. We started those. Fuck. I think we started those, 2015, maybe the end of 2014-ish. I had an idea. I was like, man, we're doing a lot of traveling. Let's fucking, let's film some of this shit, kind of do-it-yourself kind of footage. You know what I mean? Was it called DIY, DIY, whatever it
Hell
is?
yeah.
Yeah, and just say fuck it. Let's just do this. Let people kind of in on our journey from the beginning stages of things. Who knows where we will be in the next 5 to even 10 years. So that's kind of all those were just kind of fun. I was fucking around having some fun. Just kind of capturing random shit. Whether it be at a battle, a show, hanging with the homies in a hotel, whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? Cruising around different places and shit like that. So.
Hell yeah, bro. Are we gonna get some more 9/6 sessions or no?
I think so. Maybe we'll see. It's kind of tough right now. It's a tough thing because of COVID and everything. I like to do those when I'm more so for traveling and shit like that. But when we do some tours and stuff in the future, I'm sure we'll probably do a little rebrand of the 9/6. Maybe we'll see.
Yeah, fuck yeah. All right, man. Let's get into some quotes because you're a lyricist, and we got to break down these quotes. All right.
Yeah.
All right. In Mixed Emotions, you said, "Impossible is what they told me when my little brother wasn't supposed to make it out the fucking hospital."
Yeah. My little brother had a lung issue or whatever, and when he was first born, and my parents kind of sat us all down, me and my sister. We were super young at the fucking time, and said, there's a pretty good chance, he's not gonna make it through. So yeah, that's basically that. I was thinking about that when I was writing that song, and I was like, it's such a, he was an infant, clearly had the heart of a fucking lion. He pulled through with that shit, you know what I mean? So I can do that shit, motherfucker, escape death, you know what I mean? So
hell yeah, man. And the passion in which you said that line just stuck out to me, man.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. It's crazy, that song, I wrote that when I was, I think, in grade 11. I was 16, I think, at the time. So, and I still have people to this day saying, like, this really helped me, which is wild because there's some people who are, in their 30s and shit, listen to 16-year-old me spit that shit, and they're like, it's really helping me through hard times. It's wild to me. It's wild to me, like, straight up.
It's awesome, man. That's the power of hip hop.
Amen, man. Amen.
Fuck yeah. Man, let's get into some wilder Cavy. On Off the Grid, you said, "Mixing Hennessy with ketamine will shred my lungs. Past life was a felony. I should have been hung." Yo. Damn, Cavy.
Hey, I'm just basically, just kind of talking my shit, just being like, fuck it, like, I'm drinking, I'm partying, I'm having fucking, having fun, probably doing a lot of damage on my body, like that, fucking, so when I say shredded my lungs, when I was when I party, I'd smoke so much fucking cigarettes, man. Straight up, man. So
fuck yeah,
2 years off that shit, you know what I mean? So fuck those ciggies, man.
Big facts. Man. Let's get into your turn up shit. You said, "We renegades of the new generation get on stage like Eddie Van and do my Oompa Loompa dance."
Fuck yeah.
Yo, Eddie Van has turned the fuck up.
Yes, yeah. I grew up on my pop's big classic rock guy. So am I. I love a lot of classic rock, and it's funny. I remember I was just sitting there. I think I was a little like tipsy or some shit like that, and I was recording that, and I was just I was like, I had my fucking skinny jeans on and my fucking top hat and fucking ripped jeans on. I'm like, damn, I feel like I'm fucking Eddie Van or some shit right now. You know what I mean? I feel all fucking goofy and shit like that, just having fun, right? So that's just kind of what that is,
Can you describe your Oompa Loompa dance?
Shit, you only see it when I'm like, I have to have a 2-4 in me, man. Straight up.
Okay. Maybe next time I'm in town, we'll make that happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fuck yeah. All right. In Freedom Rider, you said, "Not everything is promised. On some evil shit, karma hit me like a comet."
Yeah, that line right there, I was just basically saying, just, nothing is promised. Everyone fucking knows that. And just because you work for something, you could, I guess like at the time when I was talking about with that line was more so you could do a whole lot of good for someone in the future,
Mhm.
but if the good wasn't as strong enough as the bad that you did in your past, you know, that karma is going to end up to haunt you during the most positive times. So, you know,
Mhm.
that's kind of what I was kind of saying. You know, I'm not sure if that's too vague or not, but that's
No, that was perfect, bro. Young you just didn't articulate it that way. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
that's the art of this shit. That's
absolutely.
that's the art, man. Tell me a story about you and Skit Slow.
A story.
Yeah, it's story time.
There's a fucking load of those. Oh fuck.
I bet there is.
Shit. Ah, fuck. You know what? I want to skip that question just for, you know, just cause, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't want to incriminate yourself. All right. I got you. You're mixing and mastering people. Mercury, talk about him, man.
Yeah. At the time, we were working with Mercury, my boy John. He doesn't do music much anymore. There's a new guy,
Okay.
yeah, named John Zebley. You know, John was there whenever we were first growing and shit like that. You know, still got love for him. You know, he did a lot for us back in the day. He did the whole Country Roads album for us. You know, he even made the beat for Ride Slow on that. So I mean, I got love for that. You know, so yeah.
Hell yeah. I loved Ride Slow on that album. It really kind of seemed like you were in the pocket on that one.
Hey, I appreciate that actually, because like I feel like that's kind of a slept on song on that EP.
Yeah, it's more melodic, but I mean, you fit it well.
Thank you. I was kind of trying to do like a little like a kind of a Bone Thugsy kind of thing, but
Mhm.
not rapping fast, but more so like you said, the melodic side of things. Like that hook was very much so Bone Thugs inspired.
Yeah, hell yeah. And the beat really fits it, man. It's dope as fuck.
Yeah, didn't have. And Mercury made that beat, and you know what? That was one of the few beats he did where I was like, you know, I need that shit. That shit is, I love that. That shit just touched my fucking soul.
Hell yeah. Shout out to Mercury, man.
Mm-hmm.
Are you still recording with Jay Forbes as soon as you can get across the border and shit?
Not right now. I do everything at home. Just find it's a way
Okay.
more efficient. You know, I saved up my bucks and have a little
Yeah.
home studio. There's a guy we work with. John Zebley is his name. He's from the States there. He's from Maine or Boston, I do believe.
Nice.
So he kills it. He kills it. We usually send our shit. You know, the odd thing we actually for Off the Grid, Spivvy did that. He did the mixing and mastering for that, and he killed that. He did a great job.
Hell yeah, he did. Shout out to Spivvy, man.
So yeah, so that's that. John Zebley too. He did our new song, Groundwork with Mime. You know, fuck man, he did the whole album that we did. New album's dropping soon, Energy Thief. You know, Groundwork's popping the fuck off hard right now. You know.
Yeah, man. I definitely wanted to talk about Groundwork. Talk about what inspired that song.
Groundwork is funny. At the time, it's kind of like three different meanings, I guess. I mean, I was coming home from judo practice at the time, and was sitting there. And, you know, a lot of judo is jiu-jitsu. You do a lot of groundwork and stuff. You know what I mean? Like ground fighting. At the same time, I was feeling like a little bit, you know, a little bit of resentment from the local community and the music industry and shit like that. You know, and it's kind of just I said, fuck it. You know, I'm starting from the ground up. You know, I'm putting in the fucking work. Fuck them, you know. I know my place.
You put in the work already.
Yeah, but still putting it in consistently. I ain't trying to get stagnant, man. You know, every day I'm waking the fuck up and I'm still writing and shit. Even if I don't use it, I'm always fucking trying to do the bare minimum. You know what I mean? It's important to me, you know. Plus I love it. You know, find a lot of guys. The problem is like why a lot of guys quit music is because they see the end goal and they're like, okay, shit, what's it gonna take to get there? And that, in my opinion, like that's cool. But if that's constantly what you're thinking about all the time, it's gonna fucking sandbag the whole process, man. And eventually, it's just gonna be like, fuck this, I'm done. It's gonna take too much work, you know.
Hell yeah. I feel like a lot of MCs get pushed out of the game by their financial means. There's a lot of pressures from the outside world to like have a job and stuff, and like everyone kind of just relies on that and doesn't imagine there could be a world where you live off your passion.
I love that you said that. I love that you said that. I talk about this quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny though, because like I see a lot of guys who are like scared, like to say that they work a job. You know what I mean? And I was kind of like that a little bit when I was younger, but I'm like, man, like work for your shit. You know what I mean? Like if you work that 9 to 5 or whatever the fuck your hours may be, and you do get on, you know, and make it in the music shit, you're not gonna take it for granted. No way in fucking hell. And plus, you're gonna learn basic life shit. And man, it's important, you know. Like I grew up, like you kind of had to work for your shit, you know what I mean? And so I mean, like I feel like people have a bad attitude about it. Now there's the other side, what you were mentioning. There's a whole lot of pressure. A lot of dudes, 17, 18, 19, you know, they're cool in high school whenever they were at, but then whenever it's time for college and you know get a job, you know, they start to, or their girl. You know, music's not bringing.
Oh my God. Girls, man. Girls are the death of MCs.
They fucking are, though. But it's true, though. You know, it is very true. And too many ears, you know, there are too many people in your ear all the time. And I find like that is probably single-handedly probably one of the most biggest killers of musicians is it's what the normie view is of what you should be doing with your life. Because music to this day is still like people still see it. Like it's funny, my grandfather he's like, music, there's no fucking money in that. What the hell are you talking about?
Right.
You know what I mean? But it's funny now that like I'm actually making a little bit of money and shit like that. He just like, all right, you know, that's cool. But you know, use that shit, use the doubts to motivate you, man. It's not all about money, but you know, the money will come. You gotta be patience.
That's a fact, man. But like the thing is, I will accept the sacrifice. I can't expect anyone in my life to accept those same sacrifices for my dream.
That's true. That's absolutely fucking, you know, that's a good way
to so dudes got families and shit. It's like it's almost impossible to think any other way.
It's true. That's a good point. That's definitely a very good point.
And I feel blessed to be blind in the way that I have a steady place to live and I don't have to worry about it. I mean, it wreaks havoc on my love life, but you know, that's just what it is. We sacrifice that.
Absolutely, man. You know, big love for that. It's crazy, man, because I remember, you know, I have a buddy who was visually impaired too. I remember when your Blind Man video came out. I was a fan of that. This was dope. But I mean, he still has one of your CDs. I think you signed it at the World of Hip Hop in the Park events on PEI, man. He still fucks with you to this day, man.
I remember him, man. Shout out to the homie.
Yeah.
He's a good dude.
Fuck yeah.
And yo, I cannot wait to get to PEI to link up with all the homies.
Oh fuck yeah, man!
That I used to see at shows, and it's gonna be a bit more festive this time because you know we're all gonna want to party and shit.
Oh yeah, fucking 6-day bender. Let's bring it back to the Bon Voyage days, right?
That's what we're talking about, man. I was there for that video shoot for the promo for your album.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah, man, that was at one of the Mercury's show or one of those joints.
Yes. It would have been Mercury's, I believe. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That was awesome.
Hell yeah. What have you been working on?
Now,
you told me a while back you were working on an album. What's the progress report on that?
Right now, fuck, man. I took the last few years to, you know, I'm really refining my craft, and you know, I was sitting there and I was like, I think it would have been around 2017. I was like, you know, I need a lot of growing to do in life. There's a lot of fucking loose ends I need to, you know, tighten up with my craft and who I want to be as an artist and what I want to represent. And so basically the last 3.5 years or so, just going through all these different stages in life and shit like that really helped me, you know. I can sit back and look at this album right now and say, this is the shit that I want to fucking do. This is 120% something that I can get behind. My manager can get behind it. I know I showed some homies a couple of unreleased tracks. It's super honest. You know what I mean? There's a lot of fucking pump up shit there. There's a good mix of everything in there.
So what you're saying is you have an album ready to go when everything
Oh
opens up.
yeah. We drop a couple singles, right? We got to drop a couple singles. We got Junk on the album for the Snacks label, Stealth Bomb Records. You know, we got that one.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Junk. We've had him on Breaking Records Radio.
Yes, he's the homie, man. He's crazy. I was blessed to get a verse from him.
Fucking right, man. Shout out to the homie. What else can we expect from this new album?
It's kind of a bipolar album, man. I call it Energy Thief. And
okay.
So you know, it kind of starts off like super, like, you know, hype and in your face, bringing that aggression, competitive shit, you know, double time club shit, whatever the fuck, you know, just on my fuck you shit. And then there's the come down, you know, of like, you know, talking about just life and, you know, whether dead homies I lost or, you know, talking about, you know, at battles with God and like, you know,
Sunday vibes.
Yeah, exactly. 110%. So talk a lot about anxieties and shit like that. I almost like, you know, the album's kind of like it's like a come down off a high, or like
it's a weekend.
Yeah, exactly.
You got your turned up Saturdays where you're wilding and doing whatever, and then the Sundays where you reflect and you're coming down off of life.
Yeah, and you're sitting there in the bathtub and you're just like, what the fuck did I do?
Right?
You're like, I got anxiety. This fucking sucks. I'm never drinking again. But yeah, no, album though, man, put a lot of fucking hurt into it, man. A lot of hurt. I learned a lot through this album, and I'm very, very, very excited for people to hear it. Groundwork's just a little taste of it, you know. So we got some other shit that's not on the
Groundwork's on the aggressive side. Are we gonna get to hear some softer Cavy joints?
Yes, absolutely. All
right, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you're gonna get a lot of introspective shit. And now that I'm like I'm a man now, I feel like I can actually articulate what I'm trying to say in the music a little more clearly. And I struggled with that as a kid. I couldn't find the right words. I couldn't convey my emotions the right way. You know, that's why it was easy to make turn up shit. You know what I mean? It's fucking easy as shit. You know what I mean? Rap about being drunk.
It's an energy more than like a meaning or like a fucking lyric breakdown. It's an energy.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, we gotta, you know, it is an incredible album, in my opinion. I think it's gonna do some great things, and just seeing Groundwork right now doing what it's doing is amazing to me, because that's just giving me more faith that, you know, our prediction is right. This is the kind of shit that, you know, is me. This is fully me. The quality, everything from the branding, the marketing, the music in general is on point as it's gonna be. You know what I mean?
Y'all heard it here first. A new Cavy album is on the way.
Yes, sir. Hopefully by the end of the year or into next year. We'll see.
Okay. You're gonna sit on it a little bit. I thought you might hit us in the summer.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop some more singles. New singles are on the way, though. You know, I gotta get that buzz up a little more, right?
Yeah, fuck yeah. I feel you. It's hard when everyone just kind of sat down for 7 months.
Yeah, fuck, man.
You know, everybody kind of forgot about the generation of buzz and the momentum they had. You know what I mean? Now it's kind of like you got to push start the rock again.
Yeah, it's a difficult thing. It's a very difficult thing, and you know, it's crazy too. Like, you know, I'm a big believer in patience, man. Big fucking believer in that. I really feel people rush their shit too much. You know, you're sitting there, and I see it with tons of guys. I'll tell them, man, this is good, but don't fucking release this, because I see something right here that you're gonna hit one of those progression spurts in like 3 or 4 months, and you're gonna regret this shit. You know what I mean? And the more music you make with no progression, like, you're just gonna dig yourself a fucking hole. Like, there's tons of talented guys that did that. They just put out too much shit. You know what I mean? It's better to, in my opinion, to release 1 to 3 songs a year that are all quality as fuck, you know, and is showing crazy progression, or at least, you know, on like a high level of, you know, hip hop and quality and shit, than to put out 3 or 4 songs with a couple cool hooks and shitty rapping. You know what I mean? So but I don't know if that really answers that question, but you know, that's just kind of
no. So all these eggs are not hatched yet. They're just you know, they're in the gestation stage and they still got to grow a little bit, is what you're saying.
Absolutely, 110%. You know, I know it's like when you're first coming up, everyone's like, you know, I mean, I was a little different, but like I see there's a hell of a lot more support where I'm from. You know, the new guys now. New guys will come up and you know, their friends and all that shit are supporting it, and that's cool. But then you also have like your friends, like you release a song or two and they get in your ear like about what you should be fucking doing. And like I think that's kind of bad because a lot of people who are your homies don't know what the fuck they're talking about when it comes to music. I can't even tell you how many times over the last 3 years, my friends, love them to death, my brothers, you know what I mean? One of the fucking them, they're like, you got to release more stuff. This is, you know, this is ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like, you're just going to stay where you are. It's like, you gotta wait, trust the process, my man. Trust the process. And now, like, release Groundwork, biggest song I've done. You know what I mean? Hands down.
They don't hear Jordan in the background telling you to trust the process. Yes. And this is why we're trusting the process, because everything is set in line for this to go the way it's supposed to, you know?
Absolutely. You know, and it's wild because I remember one of my boys was like, I don't know, like your buzz died down an awful lot. Like, and I'm sitting here now, Groundwork, 90,000 streams. And I'm like,
woo! You can't just drop that lightly, bro.
Just sit there, but like same time, like I see bigger things, like 110%. Like this is just the first, you know, the first of it all. Like, you know, I'm very grateful of it, and I'm humble as fuck. You know what I mean for it, because like shit, I don't think anyone expected a little fucking white dude from Prince Edward Island to be able to do something like that. You know,
90,000 streams.
Yeah, Spotify alone, I'm fucking stoked on it. You know, it's a blessing.
On Groundwork.
Yeah, blessing in disguise, man.
Have you been getting playlists and stuff?
Oh yeah, fuck man, like the playlists are fuck. That's in my opinion, that's the like the key to it all right there, man. Is the playlist and having Mime on that. Mime's huge. He's a massive artist, man. I don't think like a lot of people understand. Like this dude got like. Still got like I think 50 million or something like that, or over 100 million like streams worldwide. Like he's a massive fucking artist, man. And you know he helped push that shit. One love to Mime, man. You know, but yeah, like so I'm still, you know, 90,000 streams. It's a lot of fucking streams, and playlists are going like crazy, dude. Like we're gonna fuck with them, you know. In my opinion, that's where you really, you know. Get to expand and see the real potential of where you know what market you should be in with your fan base and stuff like that. Seems like Germany and like Turkey and places and USA are loving the style of Groundwork, so it's kind of like I'll think about that, you know what I mean, and maybe more shit will you know I'll do more shit like Groundwork in the future if I want to tackle that market or whatever, you know. So
you're definitely checking out your analytics, you and Jordan, and like strategizing, like, yo, like this is hitting in Europe. We gotta, you know what I mean? We gotta move this way.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and it's funny because like I think Europe is like they have like the grime scene, right? You know, that's double time and shit like that. So I had a funny feeling like they would fuck with this, but you know, I'm glad that they do, but I get a little worried sometimes because like. I'm pretty aggressive with my vocals and shit like that. And some shit I say is just like super like in your face, and
you're punchy.
Yeah, and like got a very raspy tone of voice. You know what I mean? And it's not everyone's cup of tea. So, but I'm definitely blessed to see what it's doing right now. So,
well, listen, if you're looking for a strong PEI accent, you just got to hit up Cavy, man.
Yeah, there you go, man. It's funny. I was at the I opened for Snack the Ripper last year, and Snack was out hanging with everyone. I was out having a smoke, and I was talking. It's like, bro, where the fuck are you from? I love your accent.
Yes. Yeah. Fuck yeah! Shout out to Snack, man. He's been to PEI a couple times, and we had a blast every fucking time.
He's the man.
Fucking right. Bro, thank you so much for taking the time to kick it with us.
Hey, man, I appreciate it. One love, man. I appreciate y'all having me, for real.
Hell yeah. Go stream Cavy on all the fucking major platforms. He's got the new joint Groundwork out right now with Mime. Run that shit the fuck up.
Yes, sir. Let's get it. Let's get it. Thank you. I appreciate it.
And as always, you know what I say, peace, love, and respect. It's hip-hop, bro.
Yes, sir.
Loving you now.
I got the Midas Touch. Everything I hold a touch combust to gold dust. You see me as a threat, but you don't need to sweat, cause your girl know I keep her wetter than a Chia pet. Ain't nobody give a fuck when you doing bad. Motherfuckers wanna hate when you doing good. Hoping that this feeling doesn't stay. Getting drunk every day, waiting till it goes the fuck away. Then I wake up to another day just to face reality again. Cause the buzz of pain doesn't change a fucking thing. Nothing comes next, I wonder what's next. I used to be atheist, but now I just say fuck it, I'm blessed. Fuck it, I'm blessed.
They say it's easier said than done, so I'm working till I get it done.